How are you? I'm Adrienne from Start a New Chapter Consulting, which is my brand new website that I've started because it's 62. I am still always starting new chapters in my life, and I decided to start this new site to consolidate all my financial advice and different things I put together over the years. So this is my brand new site that I'm really excited about. So I want to talk to you today about how to pay off $500 in debt in 30 days, which I know sounds really daunting, but trust me, it's doable. We're going to break it down. I've got 5 different strategies for how we're going to do this, and I'm going to walk you through every step of the way so that you can get out of debt so much faster, and how we're going to be able to accomplish this. And I want you to stay till the end, because at the end I'm going to have a special offer that I'm going to talk to you about for some debt-free coaching that I do. That's really awesome and has helped hundreds of people. So if it helped them, it can help you too. So let's get started. Okay, so here's why it matters, okay? When you're talking about debt, and I don't know you, I don't know if you're $5,000 in debt or $100,000 in debt, I don't know what your situation is, what type of debt it is, but obviously if you're here, you are trying to reduce your debt in the fastest, most efficient way possible. And, you don't understand the impact of these interest rates on your debt. So even though you're paying a good chunk of money, the interest rate is just eating that up. And so you really want to move forward and get that debt paid off quickly so that you can put that $500 in your pocket. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, think about having an extra $500 in your pocket once you get your debt paid off. You can use that to save for college, you can use it for your retirement, go on great vacations, get a whole new kitchen in your home. There's tons of things you can do. And, it's easier than you think, but it takes some work, it takes some dedication, and, you got to really get with the thing. So that's okay. We're going to talk about it. Okay, so, yeah, we kind of talked about this. So getting your debt payment fast-tracked and making this a huge, huge priority for you and your whole family is going to make a big difference. I've got a spreadsheet that I do some calculations, and I have seen a difference of thousands of dollars that you're saving in interest. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to put 1 cent into those fat cat credit card companies' pockets more than I have to. So that's why it's so critical to get this paid off quickly. So let's do some math. I know, I hate math. I was an accountant for 30 years and I still hate math, but let's just do the math. Okay, so if we're looking at $500 per month, that's only $125 a week. It breaks down to $16.66 per day. And if each of the 5 ways gives you $25 a week, you're done. You've accomplished it. So, when you break it down into little bite-sized pieces like that, it's much more doable and much easier. And does the goal seem a little bit better if we're looking at it at only saving $16 a day? That's doable. Okay, so we're going to dive right in and get started. Oh, well, and here's my slide. This means it's totally doable. So let's get started. Let me get my next slide going here. Here we go. Okay, we are going to jump right into way number 1. Okay, and I'm put this first because it's the easiest, but it can also have a huge impact. Okay, I work with a lot of people on their debts and whatnot, and we actually sit and add up how much they spend per week on DoorDash, fast food spending, Uber Eats, Starbucks, fancy Cokes, bubble tea, whatever. Everybody has their little thing, okay? And for some people, this is literally their number 2 expense after their mortgage. That's freaky. I mean, you are literally eating your income. That is a problem. Okay, so the first thing to do is to cut back on your fast food spending. Do some meal planning, use your crock pot, get things organized a little better, make your own coffee at home, do whatever you got to do. Okay, but it's the cost of a pizza. It's not that much. If you could say, I think you could probably save $50 a week on this, but let's start small. Let's go for 25. So can you cut $25 out of your fast food budget every week and tuck that money away for your bills? Okay, that's pretty doable. Okay, one DoorDash order can be 60 to 80 bucks. I have to say, I do not get DoorDash. I've never used it. I don't have the app on my phone. There's always a car around here somewhere and a person to go and get food. I guess I could see it if you're having a work meeting or something and you're bringing in food, but if you're just sitting around your house and you're like paying somebody to come in, yeah, especially if you're trying to manage a budget and trying to get out of debt, that's just not a good choice. So I have a saying that I talk about when I am talking to my people, and I say, good fences make for good neighbors. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put some fences in place. Okay, you're going to remove your credit card from the app. You're going to remove the app from your phone, so that anytime you want to do a DoorDash order, it's going to be harder. And we're lazy people. We sometimes will not take the effort if we have to go reload the app, re-sign into it, put our 16-digit credit card number in it. By then, you're going, yeah, maybe I wasn't that hungry. So think about ways that you can make the things you don't want to do harder and make the things that you do want to do easier. That's a James Clear Atomic Habits strategy that I have fully embraced. Make the good things easy and the bad things hard. That is going to be a great strategy for you. Okay, moving on. Your next way is going to be how to save money on groceries. Okay, this is a big one, and you can save a lot of money. Now, I'm not going to give you specific tips because I'll let you in on a little secret. I suck at grocery shopping. I am not frugal. I am not smart. I don't coupon. I'm way too impatient to sit and shop here for this and here for, I don't have time. But I know that a lot of you are, and you can be even smarter. And there's apps you can download. I should put a link in there I've got someone named Jordan Page at Fun, Cheap, or Free. And her website is amazing. She's got a whole grocery shopping thing. She has 8 children, 8, including a set of 2-year-old twins. Gosh, I would lose my mind. But so she's feeding 10 people. And she has that down to such a science that I forget how much she said she could feed 10 people in a week, but I think it was like $100 or $150 a week for 10 people. So trust me, there are ways. So use your smarts, use your grocery techniques, and find ways that you can save at least $25 a week, if not more. And that's the nice thing about having 5 different strategies, is that maybe some of them might not work for you or might not be an option for you. So you can double down on the ones that do work for you to get to that $500. Okay? So let's move on. There we go. Okay. We are up to number 3. Okay, number 3 is a big one, and this one, I promise, it's going to be a little scary, but it's okay. We'll get through it. Okay, so cut your recreational spending. We all do it. I know I am horribly guilty of this. I am the biggest impulse shopper in the world, and I know if I go into a store with a card in my hand, I am going to come out of there with something. And normally I'm going to come out of there with a bunch of somethings. So that's not good. So I just keep my butt out of the store. I totally do. I don't go to Target. I haven't been to Target in 6 months. I don't go to Walmart. I don't go to the dollar store. Hobby Lobby. Oh my gosh. If I go in Hobby Lobby, I'm sunk. I'm going to come out of there with all sorts of stuff. So we all have our little things. Maybe it's shoes, maybe it's makeup, maybe it's stuff for the kids. It's okay. But really stop and think about it. Think about what damage it's doing to your budget. Think about how this is detracting from your goals. And it's cluttering up your house with a bunch of stuff that you don't really need. So we're going to tackle this, and here's how we're going to tackle it. And this is the scary part. Okay, we're going to shop at these stores with only cash. And I just heard you gasp, and that's okay, but it's doable. And I promise it won't turn out bad, because I know your head's just exploding right now. It's thinking, but what if I have to put something back? But what if I get embarrassed at the cash register because I didn't have enough cash? Or, oh, what if I find this wonderful thing that I absolutely have to have and I can't buy it because I don't have it on a credit card? Well, okay, you're going to have a calculator, and you're going to have a good incentive to add your stuff up and make sure that you're not going to be embarrassed at the cash register. You're not going to let that happen to yourself. So that worry, gone. If you find something you absolutely need, you might have to put something back. Ah, shocking. That's okay. You can put it back. The store will keep it for you, and it'll still be there next week. It's okay. So don't worry about that. And, taking out that cash just changes your whole view of shopping, because plastic feels unlimited, whereas once the cash in your pocket is gone, it's gone. And so this is really going to help. Please try it. I know it's scary. It's scary for me to think about going into a store, but boy, does it work. I used to go to the California swap meet, and I would go up and down the aisles with my little credit card, and I would just come home with a whole boatload of stuff. And I started going in there with just a $20 bill. And sometimes I would come out there with nothing, and sometimes I would come out there with just a couple things that I liked, and then I was fine. So it really is. It's going to change your world, and this is going to be an easy way to save money, because, those purchases really add up, and you need to get a handle on that and be smart about your recreational spending. All right, moving on. Okay. Now, this is item number 4, and this is my crowning achievement. I love this. Okay, I was trying to remember. I have been running a side hustle since I think I was 18 or 20 when I started as a ding-dong Avon lady, and I've sold Pampered Chef, I've sold Mary Kay, I've been a full-time freelancer. I build websites for people. I do social media work. That's my whole life right now. That's why I started this website, to be able to do this. So I know that there are huge opportunities out there right now, probably the biggest time ever for doing a side hustle. And it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be time consuming. Okay, some of the things I'm listing here: pet sitting for people. People love that. Pet sitters, house sitters. And, my daughter-in-law does that. She's a vet tech, and she makes good money. We went to Hawaii recently. She saved up money from that. My husband did handyman work, and my son went to the place and gave plasma or something and earned $1,000. You just never know. There's lots of little ways to make money. Hemming pants. I saw something somewhere that had recipes for how to make your own dog treats and sell them to your neighbors. Nice healthy dog treats. So this is doable, and you only have to make $25 a week. You could do something for $25 a week, can't you? I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Now I'm going to send out a little caveat. Okay, I know I said that, I have quite a bit of experience with the party companies, the MLM companies, but I'm going to suggest strongly that you steer clear of them. Not that they aren't reputable. Many of them are extremely reputable, and the ones that I worked for were very reputable. But a certain portion of their sales strategy involves getting you to buy the products to then sell to the clients. And, when I got in, I sold Stampin' Up! For 9 years. And, I loved it, but I invested way too much money, got myself way in debt, made too little money. Basically, the 20% at the top are making good money. The people under them are making enough to, maybe pay a couple of bills. The people at the bottom are either making no money at all, or they're going into debt because they're overbuying their own product because you kind of fall in love with the products. So that's going to be really smart to stay away from that. But, try some of those other things. And, if you need ideas, hit me up and I'll be happy to work some things out and share some resources with you. Okay, so we're almost to number 5. Say, are you feeling better about your ability to actually get this $500 and start paying it on your debt and, being more successful with it? Some strategies here, like with the grocery shopping and the fast food, you've got to grab that money that you would have spent and tuck it in a savings account or somewhere, because normally you would put it on plastic and it would just be gone. So you've got to be diligent about getting that money in hand so that you can make the debt. And what I typically do, maybe that's the next slide. Let me switch to the next slide. Okay, is capturing the money here. And so I usually pay, when I have credit card debt, I usually pay a big chunk on my first payday, and then I pay another big chunk on my second payday. And, that's okay. You don't have to just pay them once a month. You can throw money at them every week, every day. They don't care. They will take your money, I promise. And it will be more effective because the interest rate will have already been paid for the month, so more of it will go to principal. But yeah, you've got to, consolidate this. And so I would say, as soon as you get some money from a side hustle, bang it out on the bills before you're tempted to spend it. As soon as you get the savings from the fast food, get that out there and really get on top of it. So I think that's really going to help you. Okay. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling pretty confident that this is something that you could really do and that you could make this a big priority and get your family on board and get the debts paid off and have a little short-term pain, but then be able to have a big chunk of money in your pocket? Hang on, I need a drink here. Because that's what's going to make a better life for you and your family, to be able to save for college and go on vacations, sorry here, and do the things that you want to do. Okay, so, this is a great tip. Okay, you want to make this really visible, okay, in order to stick with it, because it's hard. We're busy. We've got a lot of things going on. It's easy to lose track of your goal. So what I suggest is to get something visual, especially if you have young kids. You can do like one of those thermometer charts where they can, color in little areas. You can get like a thing that goes on your mirror and has little blocks. There's little printables that you can get, and you can color in blocks, or you can check things off, or you can do whatever. But having that visible motivation is going to be really huge for you. And it's a great way to get your kids and your family on board with this. So I would really do that and make it very visible and fabulous to see. So here is number 5. Okay, this is another one that I have a lot of experience at. Selling unwanted stuff. Back in the day when eBay was still the new, cool, hot thing, I was an eBay seller, and I was an eBay seller for 5 years. And I sold all sorts of stuff. I started with the stuff in my mom's garage. She had knitting machines and tubs and tubs and tubs of yarn and craft supplies and stuff. Sold all that. Sold a bunch of trains that my husband had. Sold a coin collection that somebody else had. Sold, went in and bought stuff on clearance sale, like kids' clothes and stuff. Sold that. I sold maybe three or four cars on either classified ads or on eBay. So this is totally doable. And, you've taken all this stuff that you bought that you maybe don't need, resell it. You know, you can resell clothes, you can do craft supplies, you can do furniture, stuff around your house. It's actually very easy. There's lots of websites to help you. Facebook Marketplace is very good. eBay, not so good. You know, you got to ship stuff and whatnot. You're probably better in the local market. The Nextdoor website is really good because it's like Facebook for your local neighborhood. So those are all great. But yeah, you know, why not get stuff cleared out of your house and make some money at it? And if you make 25 bucks a week, there you go. Or 50 bucks a week or 100 bucks a week. It depends on how much time and effort you want to put into this, but it's totally doable. Okay. Now we're to the end, and I promised you that I was going to share with you about my debt coaching. And if these tips have been helpful, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I have got so many more resources and so many spreadsheets and so many ways to help you see your debt differently. That's what most people come out of the call going, I never thought to do that. I never thought about that. Oh, I never looked at it that way. Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. And it's not crazy stuff. It's very common sense, Dave Ramsey type stuff. But what I do is I sit down with you on a Zoom call. I have a little questionnaire. You send me some data. I put some spreadsheets together. And then we sit down and we formulate a plan. And then you come away with a plan for how you're going to get yourself out of debt and seeing how much money it's going to save you if you can get out of debt faster. So this is going to be super helpful, and I would love to work with you. Like I said, I've been doing this for 6 years. I've worked with a lot of people, hundreds of people, and I've really helped them. And you know, I think that this is something that could really help you. And I would love to work with you. If you want to hop over to my site, there's all kinds of buttons everywhere to set up a coffee chat with me. If you set up a coffee chat, I have a free financial planner that I will give you. It's a $37 value. I love to talk to people. I'm a chatty extrovert, so don't worry about bothering me. I love to talk to people, and I love to help people. That's my thing. So I would love to help you, and it really is. It's no BS. You know, I'm not gonna sell you on a bunch of crazy ideas. I'm gonna give you a good, solid foundation, and then give you some motivation to go off and get going with it. So I hope this has helped you. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, you can always reach me at Adrienne at startanewchapterconsulting.com. Great. Thanks so much.